experience difficulty in finding news related to your location and related with your preferences. So we are the Team4note7 and our project is about the location-based news recommendation system, locations that he wants to visit. So for that, he has to search in websites, or else he has to watch news, or else he has to find more details about those things. And I feel it is very difficult to find certain news that is ongoing on users' preferred locations. So with our app, we are providing that location based news system. So in location-based news system, we are providing two options. We are getting users' current position, as well as we are giving chance for the users to enter locations where he want to visit and where he want to search news details happens there. And also in most of the news apps, they are just displaying news, and it is a very busy thing for the persons who are having hectic life. Then we are allowing users to find news according to their preferences in our app. So now our presentation will be continued by our team leader, Paishala Lianagi.
Process implemented by using NLP and supervised machine learning. It is news categorization process. Every news article has a news category. To do that, we use a dataset which includes unique keywords related to each news category. The process is first we get news articles one by one and extract the nouns from the contents of that news articles. After that, we compare those nouns with our dataset and we can get percentages of similarity with each news category. We select the news category which has the maximum percentage as the actual news category of our news article. It is the news categorization process. Rasindu will explain the further details about news recommendation system.
What is this recommendation? What is the secret behind this recommendation? Let's say that we have two persons called A and B. The person A has watched the movie X and Y, and he has assigned the same rating to both of them. And the person B has watched the movie X, and he has assigned the rated value that the person A has assigned. Therefore, I can say there can be a fair bit of chance that the person B would prefer the movie Y. Moreover, we are using two main algorithms called content-based filtering and calibrator-based filtering, and also we are maintaining three main datasets called news, ratings, and history. Ratings dataset is used to store the rated value that each and every user assigned to a particular movie, and we will make sure that not to recommend to the user that the user has already received news. So for that, we are using history dataset.
Django is the main framework that we use in our system. It's a Python framework. Among all other frameworks, we choose that because of its simplicity and high scalability. With using Django, it's easy to manage high traffic when we reach more user interactions. Here we are using AWS EC2 Ubuntu instance to host our backend. We are using Elastic IP as we wanted a static IP. The main advantage of using Elastic IP, so we can go for a new release without causing any service breakdowns. We are using Nginx and Unicorn to serve our application. Nginx is used to handle requests. By using these technologies, we are able to come up with a stable backend.
Well, while my friends talk about the technologies used in our implementation, I'm going to change our approach to the front-end layer of our implementation, which is the most important thing because it is what the user sees. So, in our front-end, we are using React Native JS. So with the React Native JS, we are using Firebase, Redux, and Moment, and along with the React Native, we are using React Native Vector Elements, React Native elements, and React Native Redux and React Navigation. And React Navigation holds one of the most important place because in React Native and in our app we are using Create Stack Navigator and Tab Navigator in our implementation. So when we discuss about the functionalities of our app, one of the common thing with the all other news app is we are displaying news, but we are different from the others as because in our displaying process we are categorizing news according to the sports, politics and entertainments. Then in our app we are using a location, and it is the main difference thing from the other news apps. So when considering about the location thing on our app, in the front end we are allowing users to enter their current predictable location where they want to go and where they want to reach and where they want to find the information, or else we are displaying news according to their current position. So in our location process, we are using two technologies mainly, and those in technologies, the Google APIs such as Google geocoding and Google geolocation things. So in our location thing, we are displaying news according to the user requested location, and if the user requested location within the location there's no news to display, then we are moving from we are starting our process from administrative level component locality to administrative level 3. So if the user in the user's requested location, if there is no any news, then we are moving from locality to administrative level 1, and then we are moving news searching from to administrative level 2, and after that then we are skipping to the level 3 if there's found nothing. Then in the mostly in the administrative level 3 there will be there are news, and then we are displaying according to our location thing was successfully. So the other important thing that we are used in our app is that we are displaying news according to the user's recommendation. So while the user sign in to our system, we are getting users user preferences choices by our sign up form. So we are with the Firebase authentication thing, we are storing that thing on our Firebase database. And for the recommendation process, we are using star recommending system. That's with that star recommending system, the rating of the news articles are the another most important thing of our app, because with the rating thing, we are generating users ID with the Firebase authentication, and it is a unique ID, and with that unique ID we are saving the ratings and user preferred categories while the user browsing in our app. So they are the main things we are basically done in our front end thing. So my friend Kalina will introduce you about the Firebase authentication things.
Well, with our login form, we are using authentication. Basically, authentication means the process or action of verifying identity of users. For our system, authentication holds the main part because user authentication of each device ensures that the individual using of a device is recognized by the company. And then with our user sign-in, we are storing user interested fields like education, sports, and etc. Then the networking of our app holds the main part because we are using React Native and Python. For the connection, we are using REST API concept is the main thing. And React Native Fetch API provides an environment in order to fetch content from an arbitrary URL just to pass the URL to fetch. And we use post and get commands for displaying process while we are getting data from the backend. And then Rasara will explain the Firebase part.
Here we follow a three-tier architecture as front-end, back-end and database. Though it is possible to connect front-end and database directly, we connect it through back-end because of this recommending process. In our project, we use Firebase as our database. It's a NoSQL cloud database and it saves data in JSON format. Actually, it's very easy to do CRUD operations like updating, deleting with use of Firebase. The important part is we have to provide recent and current news for readers. To update the database, first we read all news from sources and news which are already exist in database. After that, we comparing those two and add all latest news to the database. To do this, we use a thread pool. The system read RSS feed in each and every 10 minutes continuously and update the database.